Romero is at first base batting third. Jordan Wilkerson will be the right fielder in bat fourth. Hitting fifth and catching is Brooks Asher. Taylor Langston, the designated hitter, bats sixth. Brady Michael is in left field batting seventh. Dawson Pomeroy will play third base and bat eighth. And batting ninth is Brandon Bacher. And Bacher will be the shortstop tonight. Pitching for the Batcats is Andrew Repp with an 0-1 record and a 6.50 ERA. Manager Frank Leo, his lineup goes like this as the Larks enter play. 19-9 overall, 19-8 in the Jayhawk League and one game out of first place. Keone Givens will lead off and play center field. Jonathan Sabaranis is the second baseman, batting second. Colin Simpson, the designated hitter, bats third. Batting fourth, playing right field, is Trevor Boone. Clayton Harp is in left. He'll bat fifth. Alex White's the first baseman, batting sixth. Nick Jones catches. He'll hit eighth. Seventh. Batting eighth, playing third, Jacob Boston. And Trey Ochoa, the shortstop, will bat ninth. Pitching for the Larks tonight is Matt Fish, a 1-0 record and a 4.50 ERA. So for the Batcats, it's Barnes in second, Bartlett in center, Romero at first, Wilkerson in right, Asher catching, Langston the DH, Michael is in left, Pomeroy is at third, and Bacher the shortstop with Rep pitching. The Larks will have Givens in center, Sabaranis at second, Simpson the DH, Boone in right, Harp in left, Weiss at first, Jones catching, Boston at third, Ochoa the shortstop, and Matt Fish on the mound. Umpires tonight, Dave Hanslick will be behind home plate, and Corey Burkhart will be on the bases. We're about ready for baseball. The Larks and the Batcats. Game 4 of this 3-day, 4-game series. We'll take our final break, and we've got the first pitch next. You're listening and viewing Hayes Larks Baseball.
Electronics has everything you need under one
Everything's
roof.
just...
Take care of all of your...
Strategy to help you retire with financial dignity. Registered broker dealer number FINRA, SIPC, the Mecklenstock Group, and IFG are separate and unrelated companies. KAYS.
And our national anthem tonight on a warm night in Hayes as we get set for the series finale between the Larks and the Great Bend Batcats. And we're certainly glad to have you a part of it here this evening. Stand Up to Cancer Night. They'll be honoring cancer survivors, those who have lost the battle to the disease and those who are fighting them. They'll do a special ceremony after the sixth inning, kind of going along the themes. You've probably seen it on national television games, but the Stand Up to Cancer theme, they'll be doing it here tonight at Larks Park. And because of that, the Larks will be wearing pink jerseys tonight, along with the normal red cap and the blue bill. We're a little bit past the top of the hour, so let's use this opportunity to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hayes Larks Baseball.
No doubt, whether you're taking a dip in the pool or popping down a cold one. When you got us on, summer is fun. Summertime! With Hayes' greatest hits on KAYS.
We're ready to go here tonight. A warm night, as we mentioned, 97 degrees with not a cloud in sight. It's going to be a warm, muggy evening, but very little breeze. In fact, the flagpole out beyond left field is limp right now. He's saying southwest at 6. So when it is blowing, it's blowing in a little bit. But wind will not be a factor tonight as we get set for the Larks and the Great Bend Batcats. They're a newcomer to the Jayhawk League. 14-15 is their record coming into tonight's game. Full slate of games in the Jayhawk League. And as we mentioned, the Larks and Dodge City just one game back of first-place Liberal, who lost twice last night into Dodge City. And the BJ's beginning a long road trip right now, so it'll be interesting to see if the Larks can gain ground. The problem for the Larks, they've got a lot of games in a short amount of time. Back-to-back doubleheaders next week. They had doubleheaders this week, in fact, yesterday. And when you get to that time of the year, it becomes a grind and start running thin on arms, and how they handle the doubleheaders will certainly be a challenge. You may have heard manager Frank Leo talking about that in our pregame get-together. But coming into tonight's game, Hayes and Dodge, a game back of Liberal. Derby's a game and a half back. Great Bend opens up the lower half at 7 back. El Dorado 9 back. Then Hayesville, who's lost 6 in a row. They're 15 back. And Oklahoma City, who's dropped 15 straight, they are 17 and a half back. Tonight, Hayesville at Derby, Liberal at Dodge, and El Dorado hosting Oklahoma City, the other matchups in the Jayhawk League. And we're ready to go, and we're certainly glad to have you a part of it here tonight for the Larks and the Great Bend Batcats. And Peyton Barnes will lead it off, and he will step into the right-handed hitter's batter's box. And the first pitch misses low and away for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 7:05 our first pitch. Again, 97 degrees. And there's a high fly ball, right field. Coming over is Boone near the line to make the catch. And there's one gone. So Peyton Barnes flies out to right to begin the proceedings. And there's one away. That'll bring up Corrigan Bartlett. Matt Fish getting the start for the Larks, a left-hander, just wrapped up his senior year at Lewis Clark State College in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And we've talked about it in the past. You get those seniors, and, boy, they can really be a big dividend on your team. You usually don't have to worry about a pitch count. They're just trying to have a fun summer and maybe get noticed by somebody to play some independent ball, as Bartlett fouls the first pitch back for a strike, and it's 0-1. Corrigan Bartlett hitting .391 on the year. He's out of Mays, Barton Community College product. And there's a pitch away for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Matt Fish out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. This is start number 3, appearance number 3. He has a 1-0 record and a 4.50 earned run average. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, missing low. It gets away from the catcher Jones. 2-1 the count. 8 innings of work for Fish, 11 hits, 4 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 11 and struck out 10. Matt Fish making his 3rd start. There's a pitch fouled over the top of the backstop. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Corrigan Bartlett. Good hitter. In fact, the leading hitter for this Great Bend squad, hitting .391, 7 doubles, 3 home runs, 22 runs driven in. And Bartlett has hit safely in his last 4. Fastball grounded to first, gobbled up there by Alex Weiss. And the normal third baseman, getting another start at first, is able to make the play. And there's 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the first inning. So 2 away for Hunter Romero, the first baseman. Matt Fish got the win in his last start. That was over the weekend at Oklahoma City back on June 29th. Went 5 innings, 1 run, 4 hits, a couple of strikeouts and a walk in that 15-9 victory. And there's a fly ball headed towards center. Keone Givens coming in, and it's going to be the right fielder Boone who makes the sliding catch. And it's a 1-2-3 top of the first for Matt Fish, and a beautiful play by right fielder Trevor Boone to make the sliding catch out in short right center field. So a 1-2-3 top of the first. Larks come to bat with no score. This is Hayes Larks baseball.
Patty truly cares about her clients. She helped me find a home that was perfect for my family.
She loves people, she loves her jobs, and she loves what she does, and she's going to please her clients and make sure that her clients are very, very happy.
Patty and her team worked hard for us.
They truly had our best interest at heart.
Experience, integrity, and commitment to your real estate needs are essential qualities when choosing a real estate professional. I put my heart and soul into every transaction. Choosing the right agent makes all the difference.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
See you soon. KEYS.
Well, the Larks with a couple of nice defensive plays. Work a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. Now they'll bat in the bottom of the first inning, and they're going to face Andrew Repp from Great Bend. Andrew Repp, a tall right-hander, making his second start of the summer, his 8th overall appearance. Repp with an 0-1 record and a 6.50 earned run average. 18 innings, 26 hits, 20 runs, 13 of which are earned. He's walked 12, and he has struck out 13. Repp 6'2", 180, a freshman from Barton Community College. He's a Topeka native, attended Shawnee Heights High School. He made 15 appearances and 9 starts for the Cougars this spring, went 5-2 with a 4.17 ERA, 58 and a third innings, 56 hits, struck out 36 and walked 24, and was a relief pitcher in Barton's 2 postseason appearances. So he'll make his second start of the summer for Great Bend here tonight in his 8th overall appearance. He pitched a third of an inning here on Tuesday night, and the Larks, actually that was the first meeting between these two back on June 3rd. The Larks won that one 12-1. He pitched a third of an inning. There's the first pitch strike to Keone Givens, and it's 0-1. His last outing against the Dodge City A's in Great Bend on June 27th went 2 innings, gave up no runs and 2 hits, a couple of strikeouts and no walks. Now he misses away, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike to the Larks leadoff hitter, Keone Givens, center fielder out of Jones, Oklahoma. He's wrapped up a freshman year for the OU Sooners, takes the fastball up and in, 2 balls and a strike, the count to Givens, hitting .333 on the summer. Givens 13 for 39. Driven in 5, no extra base hits, and he lines one out of play along the right side, and now the count evens 2-2. Givens, good speed. He's got a little jaw protector on the helmet. He got hit in the jaw and neck area earlier this summer and missed 11 games after that incident against Liberal on June 11th. There's another pitch sprayed foul along the right side. The count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Keone Givens. No score. The Larks defense working a 1-2-3 top of the first inning. Now batting here in the bottom of the first inning as folks still file in on a warm evening. 97 degrees at game time here at beautiful Larks Park. Outfield looking great. All the rain we've had. There's a chopper on the infield, but it'll roll foul. So 3 straight foul balls off the bat of Givens, and the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Dawson Pomeroy at third. Braden Bacher, the shortstop, Peyton Barnes at second, Hunter Romero at first, and Brooks Asher, the catcher for Dodge City, or for a Great Bend tonight. Brady Michael out in left. There's a breaking ball, hit it straight away to center. Corrigan Bartlett now drifting over toward right center, and he's there to make the catch, and there's 1 away. So a good at-bat for Givens, but he ends up flying out to center, and there's 1 away. Michael in left, Corrigan Bartlett at center, and Jordan Wilkerson, the right fielder. That Great Bend defense tonight. Jonathan Sabaranis, the batter now. Larks second baseman, hitting .228 on the year. 18 hits, 79 at bats. 0 for 3 with a walk in game 1 last night in Great Bend. He did not play in the second contest. And he's 1 for 7 so far in the first 3 games of the series. Just underway, we're in the bottom of the first, no score. Pitch down low to Sabaranis, 1 ball, no strikes. Andrew Rep, his long outing this year, 5 innings. And that was in a loss against Derby, 8-3 that final. And there's a strike. Slider catching the outside edge, 1-1. Gave up 5 runs, 3 earned on 5 hits, with 3 walks and a couple of strikeouts. He has struck out at least 2 in every outing but 1. It's a ground ball sharply hit to first, knocked down by Romero. He can't find it initially, but it rolled right to the bag, and once he finally located it, he was able to pick it up and step on the bag in one motion. So Sabaranis grounds out to first, and there's 2 away. Well, the Larks had a fly ball to right defensively, grounded to first, and a pop-up to right. Now when they bat, they fly to center, grounder to first, and now left-handed hitting Colin Simpson will be the batter. He's been ripping it up here lately, hitting over 400, and he takes a fastball up for ball 1, 1-0. 427, the average for Colin Simpson coming into tonight's game. Leads the Larks. Takes inside for ball 2, 2-0. In fact, leads the Jayhawk League in RBIs with 28. He's hit 7 home runs. That is tied for second most in the Jayhawk League. There's a strike on the inside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike to Simpson. He's hit safely in 14 of the last 15. And tearing it up at 427. Here's the 2-1 pitch, fouls it away. And the count evens 2-2. Simpson 1 for 2. He had a sacrifice, which gave the Larks a 3-2 lead in that second game last night. It was in the 5th inning. They were down 2-0 after losing 9-5, and scored 5 times in the 5th. Got it 2 more in the 6th, and won the contest. It's a ground ball backhanded by Romero at first. Nice defensive play. And just like Great Bend in the top half of the inning, the Larks go in order in the bottom half of the inning. 1, 2, 3, the order in the first. We've played 1, no score at Larks Park.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Hays Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hays Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KYS.
No score as we go to the second inning. Jordan Wilkerson, Brooks Asher, and Taylor Langston will be up there for the Great Bend Batcats in their first year of operation. Batcats 14-15 on the year. They've won 5 of their last 7. Trail this series 2-1, winning game 1 of a doubleheader last night in Great Bend. The Larks won the series opener here on the 4th of July and then won the second game in Great Bend yesterday. So Jordan Wilkerson will be the batter now, and he takes a fastball up 1-0. Wilkerson hitting .310 on the summer. There from the right side, and an off-speed pitch drops in for a called strike, 1-1. Great Bend with green jerseys, blue numbers trimmed in white, kind of a green separated by blue stripe across the middle of the jersey. There's a ball, 2-1. And the white pants. Larks, as we said, wearing pink jerseys tonight on Stand Up to Cancer Night. Pitch bounces in for a ball. Now it's 3-1 to Wilkerson. Fish only needed 8 pitches in that 1-2-3 top of the first. But now 3-1 the count to Jordan Wilkerson, the right fielder. Wilkerson back in the box from the right side. And there's ball 4. So the first free pass given up in the ball game. So the leadoff man aboard, and that'll bring up Brooks Asher, the catcher. Asher hitting .281 on the year. He's out of Hastings, Nebraska, went to St. Cecilia High. He's going to be a sophomore at KU. 0 for 3 in the second game of the doubleheader last night, striking out twice. He is 3 for 7 with an RBI and 3 strikeouts in the series. He takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1 to Brooks Asher, hitting .281, 16 for 57. Couple of doubles, or 3 doubles, in fact, with a home run and 8 RBI. Runner at first. The left-hander Fish looks that way, brings home a off-speed pitch that's high, but swung on and missed. And now Asher down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Asher was a highly decorated basketball player coming out of high school, where he played for his dad. In fact, won a state title. There's a chopper to third, barehanded by Boston. His only play will be to first, and he gets the runner. That was not an easy play. It was a chopper off the turf, and Boston had to wait for it to get to him. And he made a very wise decision there. It wasn't hit real hard, so he barehanded it. And if he doesn't barehand it, he probably doesn't throw out the catcher Asher, but he was able to make the barehanded throw and get the out. Wilkerson moving to second on the play, and he's there with 1 away for Taylor Langston. Designated hitter, hitting .211, 6'5", 225-pounder, and he fouls the first pitch back and out of play for strike 1. Langston out of El Dorado, Arkansas. Just wrapped up his sophomore year at Barton Community College. 8 for 38, playing in his 11th game with the Batcats. Stands up in the box. Pitch from Fish inside, gets away from the catcher Jones. Rolls back to the screen, and on the wild pitch, Wilkerson will scoot up to third base. So now Great Bend has a runner 90 feet away with 1 out. And a count of 1 ball and 1 strike to the number 6 hitter, Taylor Langston. Played in 50 games, hit .286 for the Cougars this spring. 7 doubles, 5 homers, drove in 30. There's the 1-1. Fastball waved at and missed, strike 2. So 1-2 now to Langston, who has 1 double and 5 RBIs this summer. Played in 83 career games at Barton, a .285 career hitter with 53 hits, 36 career RBIs, and 43 strikeouts. Takes away 2 balls, 2 strikes to Taylor Langston. Did not play in either game yesterday. He's 2 for 4 with an RBI. That came here on Tuesday night. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at third, 1 out. We're in the second. And did he go around? He did not, on a pitch that misses outside and a full count, 3-2. So second time this inning that Matt Fish has worked into a full count. No score, but Great Bend has a runner at third with 1 out. Langston with the pants pulled up. He's got the blue stirrups, the old-fashioned look. Breaking ball, strike 3 called, and Langston knew it. He was frozen on the pitch, and well, before it was even called by the home plate umpire, was headed to the dugout, and there's 2 away. So a big strike out there for Fish. And now a runner at third with 2 away for Brady Michael, the left fielder. Michael, another right-hander. He's from Great Bend, a hometown product. Just wrapped up his rookie campaign at Barton Community College. And he watches a fastball catch the outside corner for strike 1. Michael hitting .268, 11 hits and 41 at-bats. He does have 1 home run, 3 doubles, and 7 RBIs. And he waves and misses at a fastball, and he's behind 0-2. 1 for 2 with a walk and a couple of runs scored in the first game last night in Great Bend. It's the only game he's played so far in this series. And he's behind here, no balls, 2 strikes. Fish, the left-hander, ready, brings it home and misses low. Boy, the home plate umpire, Dave Hanslick, had a long look at it. In fact, Michael even looked back and was waiting for the signal, and he said ball, barely, just missed low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fish ready, here's the 1-2, ground ball, slow roll to the second. Sabaranis there, he'll fire it over to first, and Fish works around the leadoff walk. Great Bend strands a runner at third. We move to the bottom of the second, still no score at Larks Park.
The Ducks are back. The second annual Hayes Duck Derby, presented by Eagle Communications and benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters, is Wednesday, August 2nd from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Hayes Aquatic Park. Adopt a duck and you could win the grand prize, which is a car. Sponsored by James Motor Company, Hayes Chevrolet, Lewis Automotive Group, Auto World, Car Zone, Mid Kansas Auto Auction, and Happy's Autos. Visit hayesduckderby.net for more information. The Ducks are coming.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KEYS.
No score as the Larks bat in the bottom of the second inning. Trevor Boone, Clayton Harp, Alex Weiss, 4, 5, and 6 after they went in order in the bottom of the first inning. Larks baseball tonight brought to you in part by Heartland Building Center. Price, quality, service all under one roof. It's Heartland Building Center at Hayes, Stockton, and Russell. And by Edward Jones of Hayes, Darrell Jeff, and Linda Seibel. And, of course, you can catch Hayes Larks baseball on KAYS Radio, 94.3 FM, 1400 AM. And you can find our new app. Search 94.3 KAYS on the iTunes App Store or the Google Play Store. Catch KAYS anywhere, anytime, including Hayes Larks baseball. First pitch to Boone is a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Trevor hitting .287 on the year. And he watches another slider catch the outside edge, and he's quickly behind. No balls and 2 strikes. Boone will be a sophomore at Oklahoma State out of Owasso, Oklahoma. Hitting .287, 23 for 80. A big rip there at a fastball, and he goes down on 3 pitches. So that's the first strikeout recorded by Rep, and there's 1 gone here in the bottom of the second inning. And Rep has retired the first 4. That'll bring up left fielder Clayton Harp. Harp, a .200 hitter. After going 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored last night in Game 2. He's 3 for 12 in the series. A couple of runs driven in and 3 runs scored as Harp is up there from the left side. First offering ripped off the handle towards second. 2-hopper for Barnes, who throws him out at first, and there's 2 gone. So he jammed him off the handle, and a slow roller to second produces the second out of the inning. Now Alex Weiss will be the batter. Alex has struggled a little bit, hitting .175. He does have 3 home runs and 10 RBIs, but he bats with nobody on and 2 outs. Alex, of course, if you don't know the story, was to be a senior at Fort Hays State this past spring, but had some medical issues. He no doubt is, as he takes the ball low, very cognizant of the stand-up to cancer night tonight. He suffered cancer and missed the Tigers' season this spring. Ground ball headed towards second, gobbled up by Barnes, and quickly the Larks go in order for the second consecutive frame. We've played 2 here at the ballpark. No score between Hayes and Great Bend.
I'm DJ Dan. I'm the Corporate Production Director for the radio division for Eagle Communications. I'm also the Operations Manager for the Manhattan property. I take care of the day-to-day operations in the Manhattan property. I also take care of all my production, take care of any scheduling and any promotion or events. There's two things I really enjoy about my job. One is hearing our clients have success stories. The other is when I have a listener go absolutely ballistic because I've made their day. When I hear them and the excitement in their voice, that really keeps me coming back every day.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KAYS.
No score as we go to the top of the third inning. Great Bend will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Dawson Pomeroy, Brandon Bacher, and Peyton Barnes facing Lark starter Matt Fish, who worked a 1-2-3 first, needed 18 pitches to work around a leadoff walk, but got a big one-out strikeout of Taylor Langston, and then a ground ball to get out of the inning. Matt Fish making just his third start and third appearance, joining the team in mid to late June. Started in El Dorado June 21st, a no decision, going 3 innings, 3 runs, 4 hits, a couple of walks, 3 strikeouts, and then got his only win on the last road trip at Oklahoma City on June 29th. Gave up 1 run on 4 hits over 5. Dawson Pomeroy is up there now, and he takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Dawson hitting .226 on the summer. Dawson's dad, Derek Pomeroy, Barton Community College standout, and then later a standout career at Fort Hays State as Pomeroy fouls one back into the screen. And his older brother, Dalton, will be a senior at Fort Hays State this upcoming season. Pomeroy, a switch hitter, up there from the right side against the lefty, and he fouls one out of play along the right side. No balls and 2 strikes, and that one may have caught a car, judging by the fans' reaction. 0-2 to Pomeroy, .226 average, 19 for 84, 4 doubles, and he's driven in 13. And he lifts one in the air to right, but that'll nestle foul and out of play, and it remains 0-2 to Pomeroy. Pomeroy 6'4", 200. Went to Shawnee Heights High School, tied for third in the Jayhawk League with 27 strikeouts. Trying to avoid one here, down 0-2. And he takes a fastball just off the outside edge, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody on, nobody out. Top of the third, no score. Now a pitch inside, and the count now evens 2-2 to Pomeroy. Pomeroy played in 56 games his freshman year at Barton, hit .331 with 50 runs scored, drove in 43. Here's the 2-2, breaking ball, strike 3 called, he got him. Well, that ball dropped at the last minute and caught the outside corner. Second strikeout for Fish, and there's 1 away here in the top of the third. So Pomeroy goes down on strikes. Both strikeouts have been looking tonight, and now Braden Bacher will be the batter. And he hits one high into the air on the very first pitch to center. And Keone Gibbons is there to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So Bacher going after the first pitch, flies to center field, and now to the top of the order in Peyton Barnes. Barnes from Omaha, went to Millard West High School. He'll be a sophomore at Wayne State in Nebraska. .290 average, 0 for 1 tonight. Now 3 for 11 in the series is Barnes. After an 0 for 3 game 2 last night. Goes after the first pitch, skies it to center. Gibbons running back. He's near the warning track, reaches up, and he makes the catch. Boy, Barnes hit that one hard, and it was carrying the straightaway center field, but there were 2 things working that time for Fish. deepest part of the ballpark, and the speedy Keone Givens to run it down. 1, 2, 3, go the Batcats into third. We're through 2.5, still no score at Larks Park.
You know the feeling, having no boundaries, being limitless. The feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more, free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Bar and Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KEYS.
No score as we go to the bottom of the third inning between the Larks and the Great Bend Batcats. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hayes Larks baseball.
Let it roll with more of Hayes' greatest hits. Down the highway or wherever you are. Take us along. KEYS 1400 AM 94.3 FM.
With our producer and engineer, Tim Miller, Gerard Welbrock from Larks Park in Hayes. Good to have you with us. Series finale between the Larks and the Great Bend Batcats, and a good one going. We're in the bottom of the third, no score. And the first pitch to Nick Jones is up high for ball one. Also like to watch it, or welcome everybody watching on HayesPost.com tonight. Harrison Brett and his crew doing the usual bang-up job, and we're certainly glad to be here and glad to bring you Hayes Larks baseball. There's a second offering that's high and away to Jones. 2 balls and no strikes to Nick Jones, the Larks catcher tonight, hitting .295 coming into the game. And he grounds one sharply to third. Dawson Pomeroy on a short hop is able to scoop it up and throw him out at first base. Nice play there by Pomeroy, and the first 7 Larks have been retired tonight. Couple of really nice defensive plays by the Batcats. So one gone now, and here's Jacob Boston. Jacob hitting .192 this summer after hitting .316 last year. He really finished the season strong, and the Larks hoping he'll do that again. There's a swing and a miss for strike one. Of course, Hayes kind of in an interesting position. They know they're in the championship week of the NBC World Series by virtue of their runner-up finish a year ago. So, yes, they would like to win the Jayhawk League. Pitches high for a ball, 1-1. But they want to be primed and ready, and they're going to have a lot of stress on their pitching staff here. They have a couple of doubleheaders back-to-back next week. In fact, their next home action as a pitch is fouled away right side. 1 and 2 will be a doubleheader on Tuesday against Dodge City. Then they go to Dodge City for 2 the next night, and then back in Hayes to wrap up the series. They'll play 8 games in 6 days next week. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High for a ball, 2-2. I don't care who you are. Major league teams would struggle with fresh arms, and they can call guys up from the minors and add to their rosters. So it's going to be a test, and you heard manager Frank Leo before the game. They're just going to take it game by game. There's a breaking ball that misses, and now a full count, 3-2 to Boston. It's the first full count for Andrew Rep tonight. The Great Bend starter, making his second start of the season, looking for his first win of the year. And there's a fly ball center field. Corrigan Bartlett moving toward the gap along with Wilkerson. It'll be the center fielder Bartlett who calls him off just in front of the warning track by the 349 side. And there's 2 away. So that's the second hardest hit ball of the night for the Larks, and that'll bring up Trey Ochoa. Shortstop up there for the first time tonight. Trey hitting .188. He was off to a very fast start, but he has cooled off as of late. 2 for 8 in the series. One of those hits a double. 0 for 3 in the second game last night. Just 2 hits in the last 6 games for Ochoa, 2 for 17. Up there from the left side. Nobody on, 2 outs, bottom of the third in a scoreless game, and he takes strike 1. Ochoa, the switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-handed pitcher. Ochoa just 2 for 27 on that 8-game road trip the Larks had. There's a swing and a miss through a fastball, and Ochoa down 0-2. Of course, Hayes without Spencer Packard, their leading home run hitter. In fact, the leading home run hitter in the Jayhawk League with 8. He's out with a foot injury. The Larks hoping to get him healed up in time for the World Series. There's a pitch missing away. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Trey Ochoa. Larks baseball brought to you by Nextech. Internet, TV, phone, wireless, and security. Nextech, here for you. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Rep. Misses away with a fastball, 2-2. Larks baseball also presented tonight by M&D Incorporated. No score, bottom of the third. Nobody on, 2 outs for the Larks. Andrew Rep ready. And a swing and a miss. He records his second strikeout, and he's perfect through 3. Another 1-2-3 frame for Rep. We've played 3. No score at Larks Park.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Smith-Bickle Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hays Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hays Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Hays, Kansas, go Larks.
KAYS.
We move to the 4th inning here at Larks Park. No score between Hays and Great Bend. There's only been 1 base runner through the first 3 innings, and that was Great Bend's Jordan Wilkerson, who is due up 3rd in this frame. He reached on a leadoff walk. That's been it. Neither team has been able to muster a hit. Very few have gotten the ball to the outfield tonight. Hays has hit a couple out there. Great Bend hit 2 in the first inning. One a nifty catch by right fielder Trevor Boone on the slide to prevent a 2-out single. Now Corrigan Bartlett is up there. .391 the average. He grounded to first his first time up, and he takes a strike, 0-1. Corrigan Bartlett playing center field tonight. Down to Barton Community College, a Mays product. Takes a ball, 1-1. Played in 59 games, hit .403 for the Cougars. 4 games in which he had 4 or more hits. There's a called strike. And the count of 1-2. Signed with the University of St. Louis next year. He's hit safely in 4 straight and 6 of the last 7. And a breaking ball popped up on the infield. First baseman Alex Weiss just beyond the bag in foul territory. Waits for it to come down, and he makes the catch, and there's 1 away. Hunter Romero, the batter now for Great Bend. Romero out of Spring Hill College. He's from Covington, Louisiana. 1 for 3 last night, 1 for 11 in the series. Now 1 for 12 after popping up to short right field. And there's a fly ball struck to center. Givens a few steps back, wait for it to come down, makes the catch, 2 away. All right, now both these pitchers are making this look easy. Both very effortless. And helped out by some pretty good defense. Larks baseball brought to you by Midwest Energy, making energy work for you. Nobody on, 2 outs, top of the 4th. Now Wilkerson, the only base runner for either team, takes a strike 0-1. He reached on a 5-pitch walk to open up the 2nd inning. Here's the 0-1. Fly ball, right field. Boone started in. Now he's going to drift over near the line. He's under it. He'll make the catch. And Fish with a very efficient 1-2-3, top of the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Both pitchers, they're locked in right now. There is yet to be a hit. No score. This is Larks baseball.
The whole entire process of selling our home and buying a home, the communication between us and her was tremendous.
She's able to find the people who are interested in that exact home that's on the market.
Patty is energetic, honest, and truly cares about her clients.
They truly had our best interest at heart.
I am a native of Ellis County, and I have over 30 years in the real estate profession. My goal is to make your experience personal and first class. Call me for all of your real estate needs.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Directory. KEYS.
We have an old-fashioned pitcher's duel tonight at Larks Park. Hayes and Great Bend scoreless as the Larks bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. It'll be the top of the order. Keone Givens, Jonathan Sabaranis, and Colin Simpson. The Larks still looking for their first hit of the game. They have not had a base runner. Great Bend does not have a hit. They have one base runner on a leadoff walk in the 2nd, but that's been it. Givens flied out to center, his first time up 0 for 1. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by Karst Waterwell Service, the Meckenstock Group, Agent Keith Harper, and Western Beverage. Keone Givens, Jonathan Sabaranis, Colin Simpson facing Andrew Repp. And the first pitch to Givens, he squares the bunt. The pitch is high, but he went around, and it's strike 1. Keone hitting .333 coming into the game. Now 13 for 40, 5 RBIs, no extra base hits. Leading it off for the 2nd time tonight, hits one to center field. Charging it is Bartlett, and Bartlett is able to snag it. Looked like for a minute like it may drop in there, but the ball kind of held up a little bit, and Bartlett got a pretty good jump on it, is able to make the catch, and there's one gone. So that's the closest the Larks have been to a hit tonight. And now Jonathan Sabaranis, who grounded to first, his only time up, he's 0 for 1. Zeros across the board here in the bottom of the 4th inning. There's a breaking ball to Sabaranis that catches the outside corner, 0-1. Wish umpire Randy Jordan best wishes. Hope he gets well soon. We understand under the weather. One of the regulars on the field umpiring Larks baseball throughout the summer. There's a pitch missing for a ball, 1-1. A lot of folks thinking about him before the game tonight. Get well soon, Randy. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and it drops in there for a called strike, 1-2. Sabaranis a double and 2 home runs this year. He's driven in 10, but he bats with nobody on and 1 out here in the home half of the 4th inning. Neither team with a hit. Great Bend the only base runner with a walk. Here's the 1-2. This one's a slider that misses low and away, 2-2. And we invite you to follow us on the KAYS Facebook page. 14 KAYS, and of course look for the new app in the iTunes App Store and Google Play Store. Search 94.3 KAYS. Ground ball, diving stop by Bacher. Throw to first is not in time. It'll be an infield single for Sabaranis, the first hit of the ball game. Boy, Bacher made a great play diving into the outfield grass and left, but Sabaranis, with too much speed, was able to beat the throw. So the Larks have the first hit of the night, an infield single, and now Colin Simpson the batter. Simpson grounding to first, his only time up. He's 0 for 1. Colin having a great summer, leading the Larks in hitting. Takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Hitting .427. Jayhawk league leader with 28 RBIs, tied for second with 7 home runs. He's hit safely in 14 of his last 15. There's a throw to first, and Sabaranis, who has 3 steals in 4 tries, diving back safely. No score, but the Larks have a runner aboard with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. There's an off-speed pitch that's low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by Next Tech Wireless, Aflac agent Sean Schwartz, and Toby Jugs. No score, bottom of the 4th. Last meeting between these two this year. 1-1 the count. And a breaking ball misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. Larks 4-1 against Great Bend. There's a line drive right field. That's going to land in front of Wilkerson. Sabaranis goes to second base. It's back-to-back hits for the Larks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So the second time around, the Larks may be starting to figure out rep a little bit. The first base hit was an infield base hit from Sabaranis, but Simpson a solid single to right, and now Trevor Boone, who, like Simpson, has 7 home runs on the year. The Larks' only loss to Great Bend was in game 1 of that doubleheader on last night. Larks trying for their 10th home win tonight, which would match their 10 wins they have on the road. They were a good home team last year. They were just a good team last year. They won everywhere they played, home, away, and in Wichita. First and second, 1 away. Now Trevor Boone, who hits one high in the air, left field. Michael back. He's at the warning track. He has room. He'll make the catch and record the second out. Boone got a little bit under that one, just missed hitting the home run, and there's 2 away. Hit it well, but he stayed in the ballpark. And that'll bring up left fielder Clayton Harp. Harp grounding out to second his first time up, 0 for 1. Left fielder up there from the left side trying to give the Larks the lead. First and second, but now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. After back-to-back base hits from Sabaranis and Simpson, the first of the game for Hayes. Now there go the runners. Throw down to third is not in time. So the double steal, the 4th for Sabaranis, the 4th for Simpson. And a base hit could score 2. The pitch misses low for ball 1 to Harp. Harp out of El Campo, Texas. He'll be a junior at Sam Houston State. Was a 3rd-team All-Southland Conference pick a year ago. Missed the first 12 games for the Larks this summer because the Bearcats were in the NCAA Division I Super Regional. Clayton ending a 4-game hitless streak in game 2 yesterday, going 2 for 4, scoring a couple of runs. Trying to give the Larks the lead here in the 4th. There's a chopper to second. Big hop for Barnes. He'll have to hurry, and he throws low, but Romero able to scoop it out and record the 3rd out. Larks get a couple of hits. They strand 2. We've played 4, no score between Hayes and Great Bend.
You're not dreaming. Your favorite Food Network shows are now live streaming.
Can I watch them here?
Yes, my dear, with a simple tap on the Watch Food Network app.
Snap. Can I watch my favorite show?
You can watch your favorite show live streaming on the go.
Whoa.
Can we watch it while we're baking?
On all your devices, whatever you're making, download the Watch Food Network app today.
Included in your Eagle Communications TV subscription. Visit www.eaglecom.net to learn more.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Bar and Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Of Hayes. Call 628-3169.
KAYS.
No score as we go to the fifth inning here at Larks Park between Hayes and Great Bend. The Larks have a couple of hits tonight. Great Bend is yet to get a hit. They have had a base runner on a walk. 97 degrees at game time. Some clouds off to the west and the sun back behind there a little bit, so that has helped cool it down slightly, but not much. Still in the mid-90s. It's a warm, muggy night and a lot more humid than normal here at Larks Park because of all the rain that the area has had. Has the ballpark looking great. Brooks Asher, Taylor Langston, Brady Michael the batters. Mitchell, excuse me. And there's a swing and a miss and a breaking ball, strike one. Asher grounding out to third, his only time up. He's 0 for 1. 281 average coming into tonight's game. Hits one to the air toward right. Boone able to come in and make the catch, and there's one away. When it left the bat, looked like it could be trouble, but Boone got to it with no problem. So the last 3 outs have been on fly balls, and that'll bring up Taylor Langston, who struck out looking. That was a key out in the second inning. Wilkerson reached on a walk, and it moved to third on a wild pitch as Langston fouls one back to the screen, 0-1. So a runner at third, one away, and Langston struck out looking. And then Mitchell was able to be disposed of on a ground ball to get out of the inning without any damage. There's a ball missing, 1-1. We're in the top of the fifth inning. No score on a warm night here at Larks Park. 1-1 the count. Fish ready. Here comes the left-hander's delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike two, 1-2. Larks on the road after this one. They'll be in Hayesville for 3 starting tomorrow night. Hayesville 1-9 in their last 10, trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. There's a pitch low for a ball. 1-1. They are right now leading Derby 3-0 in the top of the fourth inning. So it's been a rough year for Hayesville. They had a 15-game losing streak earlier this year. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. Langston started to go, pulled the bat back, but it doesn't matter. He's down on strikes. It's the third strikeout for Fish. And now 2 away for Brady Mitchell, the left fielder. He grounded out to second, his first time up, 0 for 1. So Matt Fish trying to give the Larks some innings here tonight after the doubleheader yesterday. There's a strike, 0-1 to Mitchell. 268 average for the Great Bend product. WAC Player of the Year his senior season at Great Bend High. He actually grew up in Hastings and moved to Great Bend during high school. As he fouls one back and out of play, and it's 0-2 now. In fact, his family, they tell us, hosting 3 other Batcats: Brooks Asher, Benjamin Sims, and Corrigan Bartlett. So he's got 3 teammates living in his house. There's a pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. At 265 for the Cougars this spring. Drove in 24. And there's a fly ball to center field. Givens right there to make the catch. And that is 3 straight 1-2-3 innings for Matt Fish. Great Bend goes in order. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Still a bunch of goose eggs. No score at Larks Park.
Eagle
Communications is a leader in advertising. We can put your business in front of thousands of customers during the most watched shows, including local and national sports. Let our employee owners target customers with affordable advertising on over 40 popular TV networks and online with Facebook, Google, and YouTube. From crafting your message to video production, let our team help your business grow. Call today, 785-628-0467. Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run, made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau, wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. State Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KEYS.
Well, pitchers duel here at Larks Park. No scores. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. The Larks have the only hits of the game. Back-to-back singles in the fourth from Samaranis and Simpson, but they were left stranded at third and second to end the threat. It'll be Alex Weiss, Nick Jones, and Jacob Boston, the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Andrew Rep so far has allowed just the 2 hits. He has struck out 2 and walked none. Tried to even his record at 1-1, making his second start of the summer. Alex Weiss out of the ground ball to second. We were mentioning Alex found out right before the start of the Fort Hays State season this spring that he had cancer, and he missed the season, able to come back as a pitch misses low and away. Able to eventually work out with the team. Taking batting practice before games, but he redshirted, so he'll be a senior this upcoming spring. Second summer with Hayes as he takes a slider that's a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. He was a part-time Lark, if you will. He joined mid-season. He was having a summer intern, so he really didn't play anywhere. He played a little bit for Junction City, 3 or 4 games. There's a ground ball off the end of the bat to second. Slow roller for Barnes, and there's 1 away. So Weiss 0 for 2, retired both times on ground outs to second. And that'll bring up Nick Jones. Jones grounding to third, his only time up. He's 0 for 1. And the Larks wearing pink. Stand up to cancer night tonight. Normally they had a pink out game and encouraged fans to wear pink. A little bit different twist. There's a ground ball headed toward the hole. Backhanded by the shortstop, Bacher, but no play. His throw will not be in time, and that's the 3rd hit of the night and the 2nd infield single for the Larks. So only one of their hits out of the infield. And they've got 1 on with 1 out for Jacob Boston. So Jones aboard. And Boston, who hit it to hard but out to center field, is the batter. Jacob trying to get on track after that great summer a year ago in which he collected 59 hits, hit .316, and drove in 38. And he hits one hard down the right field line. Wilkerson chases. He won't get it. It'll one-hop the wall. Jones around second. He will stop at third. It's a stand-up double for Boston. And the Larks in business with runners at second and third and only 1 out. The 2nd double of the year for Jacob Boston. And now the Larks at second and third with 2 out last inning and didn't score. As a quick visit to the mound. Great Ben catcher Brooks Asher along with third baseman Dawson Pomeroy and first baseman Hunter Romero. Gives us a chance to pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hayes Larks Baseball.
If you think it's hot in here, you're right. Because we're playing all of Hayes' greatest hits.
Turn it up, it's summertime music.
Right here on KEYS.
Trey Ochoa, the batter now, trying to give the Larks the lead. Started to go at a pitch that was up, but he held the bat back in time for a ball, 1-0. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by Tri-Central Office Supply, Arc of the Central Plains Thrift Shop, and insurance planning. Gerard Wellbrock, producer and engineer Tim Miller, Harrison Brennan, the ECTV crew at HaysPost.com along as well for all of you watching online tonight. There's a fastball strike on the outside corner. 1-1 the count to Trey Ochoa. He struck out for the final out of the third. Now bats with runners at second and third and one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The Larks are done with 4 hits. They've all come in the last 2 frames. Trying to break a scoreless tie here in the bottom of the fifth. 1-1 to the number 9 hitter Ochoa, and he lines one toward the gap. That is down and in for a base hit. 1 run will score. Boston around third. He will score. It's a 2-run single for Trey Ochoa, and the Larks have a 2-0 lead on RBIs 10 and 11 for shortstop Trey Ochoa. So as they go through the lineup through a second time, the Larks starting to figure out rep a little bit. After having the first 10 batters retired, 4 of the last 7 have reached safely. So the Larks now with a 2-0 lead, and now the top of the order in Keone Givens. He shows bunt, does not offer as a breaking ball comes back to catch the inside corner for strike 1. Givens 0 for 2 tonight, flying to center in the first, and then hit a line drive that Corrigan Bartlett made a nice catch on to open up the fourth. Throw to first, and Ochoa, who is 5 for 5 in stolen bases this year, back there safely. Larks worked a double steal in the fourth, but left runners at second and third. This time they get him in. They lead it 2-0. 0-1 the count. Again, a bunt. This time Givens back to the mound. The only play will be to first. A successful sacrifice bunt for Givens as he advances Ochoa to second base. And there's 2 away. So a sacrifice bunt for Givens, and now Jonathan Soberanis will be the batter trying to drive in another run. He had the first hit of the game for either team, an infield single last inning. Diving stop by Bacher, the shortstop in short left field, but Soberanis with good speed able to beat it out safely at first base. So the Larks up 2-0, 2 runs on 5 hits. And trying to add to it here in the bottom of the fifth. Soberanis looking for his second hit of the night. Slightly open stance from the right side. The right-hander Rep looks back to second. Another glance that way. Nobody covering. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball, and it's going to miss away for ball 1. Soberanis now 2 for 9 here in this 4-game series. 0 for 3 with a walk last night in game 2. Had a hit here on Tuesday night, the 4th of July game. Here's the 1-0. Another breaking ball, this one catching the outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike to the number 2 hitter, Jonathan Soberanis. Out of Angelo State, he'll be a senior. The Rams out of Dallas, Texas. Played 2 years at Northeast Texas Junior College. Second team All-Lone Star and a Gold Glove winner in the Lone Star Conference this past spring. 344 for Angelo. Now, Rep will break contact as he looks back to second base. Soberanis 4 for 23 on the 8-game road trip. Trying to heat back up, batting .228 coming into the night. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Nicely done. Drops in there for a strike on the off-speed offering, and it's 1-2. Four Larks sitting in the bullpen, but right now, our starter Matt Fish well in control of things. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Soberanis. Runner at second with 2 outs. 2 runs across here in the fifth. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Dug out nicely by Asher, the catcher. It's 2-2. El Dorado leading Oklahoma City 6-0. They're in the top of the fourth. Two balls, 2 strikes. Pitch inside, gets away from the catcher, and on the wild pitch, Ochoa to third. So the count will be full, 3-2, and the Larks have a runner 90 feet away, leading 2-0. Soberanos looking for his second hit of the night. He had the first hit for either team with an infield single. There's the 3-2 line, right back to the pitcher, knocked down by Rep. He'll flip it over to first and record the final out. Boy, that was a great reactive play by the Great Bend pitcher, and he saved a run. Rep knocked it down and records the out, but the Larks score 2. We've played 5. Hayes now leads it 2-0.
You know the feeling. Having no boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KAYS.
Well, after their first 10 batters retired in order, the Larks finally break through. They get a couple of hits in the fourth and then string together 3 consecutive hits in the bottom of the fifth, scoring 2 runs and now have a 2-0 lead as Great Bend bats in the top of the 6th inning. Larks baseball tonight brought to you in part by USAVE Pharmacy. They're your contract provider in Hayes for the durable medical equipment, as well as supplies and Blue Cross and Blue Shield, catheters, diabetic and ostomy supplies, and more. So don't be persuaded by the mail order companies. Work locally with USAVE Pharmacy at 2505 Canterbury. Dawson Pomeroy, who struck out his only time up, is up there. He swings at a fastball and misses for strike 1. Pomeroy hitting .226 coming into the night. 0 for 11 against the Larks this series. And he takes a breaking ball away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Pomeroy coming off a good rookie year at Barton Community College. Hit .331. Takes a pitch low. 2 balls, 1 strike to the third baseman, Dawson Pomeroy. 13 driven in, 4 doubles, his only extra base hits of the season. Here's the 2-1, and he hits one to the air. Short right, Soberanos going back. The second baseman calls everybody off and makes the catch, and there's 1 away. "13 straight retired now by Fish, since issuing a leadoff walk to Wilkerson in the second inning. He'll face the number 9 hitter, Brandon Bacher, who flied to center his only time up. The left-hander Fish offers one down in the turf for ball 1. Artificial turf infield, natural grass outfield here at Larks Park. 1-0 pitch, strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Larks baseball brought to you by Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. There's a high fly ball to left. Room for Clayton Harp. He'll come in, wait for it to drop down into his glove, makes the catch, 2 away. It's not as easy as Matt Fish is making it look, but man, he has been in control. Other than that leadoff walk in the second, he has retired every other Great Bend batter. Nobody on, 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Now the top of the order, and Peyton Barnes, who has been out on a couple of fly balls, to right field to start the game and to center field his last time up. He takes a pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Corrigan Bartlett waits on deck for the Batcats, wearing green tonight. Green and dark blue, their colors. Pitch down low, 2-0. The multicolored jersey, mainly green, blue stripe across the front with Batcats. And block lettering. Big breaking ball stays up, and now it's 3-0 to Bard. So Fish in jeopardy of walking his second batter of the night. He has struck out 3. And has yet to give up a hit through 5 2/3. Here's the 3-0. And it's ball 4, hit the plate. So a 4-pitch walk. Second of the ball game for Fish, and now to bring up Corrigan Bartlett. 0 for 2 on a grounder to first and a pop-up to first. So now Bartlett, one of the better hitters in the league, facing Fish with 1 on and 2 outs. Just the second base runner of the night for the Batcats. And the first pitch from Fish, line back to the screen, strike 1. Bartlett headed to St. Louis University. Trying to extend a 4-game hit streak. He had a 9-game hit streak, ended in early or late June. There's a high fly ball to left. Harp waits for it to come down. He'll make the catch. And Fish works around the 2-out walk. We have played 5.5, and the Larks have a 2-0 lead.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Barn Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Elias.
2-0 Larks as they bat in the bottom of the 6th inning. They have 5 hits in the game. 3 of them in consecutive order in the bottom of the 5th, in which they scored 2 runs on a Trey Ochoa single. Came after an infield base hit from Nick Jones and a double by Jacob Boston. Colin Simpson, Trevor Boone, Clayton Harp. 3, 4, and 5 in the lineup, batting for Hayes against Andrew Rep. Struck out 2. Rep has not walked anybody. Let's give it up the double, along with 4 singles. Larks baseball tonight brought to you by Horizon Appliance and Electronics. All of the major household appliances, along with TVs, home and car stereos, as well as Traeger grills, are open 7 days a week at 1501 East 27th. Colin Simpson, one of the 5 hits tonight for the Larks. Lines one down the right field line. That'll nestle in for a base hit. It goes all the way to the wall. Simpson around first. He'll stand up at second. It's the Larks' second double of the ball game, and it's number 4 for Colin Simpson to lead off the 6th. Boy, jumping on the first pitch, he doubled it down the right field line, and Wilkerson could not get to it before it one-hopped the wall. So that's the second extra base hit for the Larks, and that'll bring up Trevor Boone. 0 for 2. He just missed a home run his last time up, got under one, and drove it to the warning track with 2 on in the 4th inning. Struck out his first time up, so an 0 for 2 night for Boone. One of the top home run hitters for the Larks and the Jayhawk League with 7. Here's the pitch, and it gets away from the catcher. The breaking ball crossed him up, and on the wild pitch, Colin Simpson to third base. So it's the second wild pitch of the night thrown by Rep, and now the Larks have a runner 90 feet away with nobody out. 1-0 to Boone, who had a season-high 6-game hit streak snapped here on Tuesday night. He has hit 5 of the Larks' last 7 home runs. They've all come within the last week and a half. There's a pitch fouled straight back to the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. He has one of the team's 3 grand slams. The go-ahead in that 9-run 12th inning in Derby. Match with the runner at third and nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. 1 ball, 1 strike to Boone. A Wausau, Oklahoma product. Will be a sophomore at Oklahoma State. Here's the 1-1. And it misses low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Larks finally broke through with 2 in the bottom of the 5th. It's been a pitcher's duel tonight. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a foul ball. Just got a piece of it. Fouls it back to the screen. In fact, that may have gone off the catcher. Home plate umpire Dave Hanslick's going to walk out to the mound and deliver a new baseball for Andrew Rep. 2 balls, 2 strikes now to Boone. Clayton Harp on deck. Colin Simpson, who opened the inning with a double down the right field line, now at third. Larks on top 2-0. They have 6 hits in the game. They've all come in the last 3 innings. Here's the 2-2 from Rep. Breaking ball hit high in the air. Left field. Mitchell back. He's in the corner and he'll make the catch in foul ground. It'll be deep enough to score the run. Simpson tags and scores from third on the sacrifice fly from Boone. It's his 21st RBI of the year. And the Larks have a 3-0 lead. Just got under that one. Just missed a home run once again. Got it near the wall. This time in foul territory, but a productive out. And it's 3-0 Larks. RBI number 21 for Boone, and now Clayton Harp with nobody on. Harp 0 for 2, grounding out to second both times up there. And the left-hander swings and misses at a breaking ball for strike 1. Three runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Larks. There's a fly ball headed toward left. Mitchell going back with room. He gets to the warning track now in a few feet to make the catch. There's 2 away. So a couple of fly balls to left field for the first 2 outs of the inning, and now Alex Weiss. Alex 0 for 2, a couple of slow rollers to second base. I started to tell you about Alex in his first time up. Been diagnosed with cancer right before the start of the Fort Hays State season. Did not play. Back to working out with the squad and now playing the full year for the Larks after some late season duty and throughout the NBC World Series a year ago. Playing first base now for Hays. And the first pitch from Rep, breaking ball inside, 1-0. Alex 175 coming into the night. 10 for 21. A 14 for 80. After hitting .310 in 16 games a year ago. There's a strike. 1-1 the count. Weiss last year hit safely in 8 of the last 11. Well, he gave the Larks a lift down the stretch. There's another ground ball off the glove of Barnes. And that'll find its way into right field. That'll be an error on the second baseman. Oh, they're going to give him a hit on that. So they're going to rule now they change it to an error. Off the glove of the second baseman Barnes. So the first error for either team. And the Larks have their second base runner of the inning. And now Nick Jones, who reached on an infield single in the 5th and scored the first run of the game on the base hit from Ochoa. 3-0 Larks, batting in the bottom of the 6th. Jones looking for his second hit as a throw goes to first. Weiss, who has 1 steal in 1 attempt, stands back safely. Larks a couple of steals tonight. And there's a fastball strike on the outside corner, 0-1 to Nick Jones. Nick hitting .295 coming into the ball game. Up there from the right side, stands up in the box. And a breaking ball pulls it foul just beyond the Larks dugout. Jones now down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Nick 2 for 5 in the series. Playing in his second straight game after not playing here on Tuesday or in game 1 last night. A sophomore at Eastern Michigan hits one high into the air, left center field, but Bartlett is there. He'll make the catch near the warning track, and the inning comes to an end. But the Larks get a double and a sac fly to score another run. We're through 6, and the Larks lead the Batcats 3-0.
Now you can watch Travel Channel anytime, anywhere, live or on demand.
Wow, this is amazing.
Simply download the free Watch Travel Channel app on your favorite devices and start enjoying your favorite Travel Channel shows, even when you're on the go.
Absolutely incredible.
Download now.
Included in your Eagle Communications TV subscription. Visit www.eaglecom.net to learn more.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run. Made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Stay Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Down Hayes, see you soon.
KAYS.
Well, a nice side here at Larks Park as we get set to head to the top of the 7th inning. As we mentioned, it's Stand Up to Cancer night, and all of the fans, as they entered the ballpark, were given a Stand Up to Cancer sheet in which they could write a friend or a loved one's name, someone who is fighting cancer, had cancer, maybe has died from the disease. And all of the Larks players, all of the Great Bend players, including the coaches, all out there holding a sign with a name on it, standing up for somebody. In fact, one of the Great Bend players with his phone out there taking a picture of everybody's sign, and all of the Larks fans holding the sheets of paper up into the air. So really neat side here at Larks Park on Stand Up to Cancer Night. And we always talk about Military Night, Veterans Night, when they honor all the military. Always one of the special nights of the year, and this is a pretty neat touch here at the ballpark, as the Larks, we mentioned throughout the night, wearing pink jerseys in the at the ball game. And neat to see them and Great Bend all out there together. On Stand Up to Cancer Night. As the fans as well as the players all holding up signs. And of course, always, we talked a little bit about Frank Leo, his wife, a breast cancer survivor, so you know, very touching for the Leos as well. Really everybody here, and that's a neat little touch here at the ballpark. Now both teams heading back to their dugout, and we will get set to get this 7th inning underway. Larks baseball tonight brought to you in part by Gibbs Auto Supply. They're your local Napa Auto Parts store in Hayes, as well as La Crosse. Liberal and Dodge City, they're tied 4-4. That is in the top of the 3rd in Dodge City. Larks will be in Liberal next weekend. That could be a big series. Liberal does not have as many makeup doubleheaders as the Larks. The Larks had the most of anybody in the Jayhawk League, so that pitching's going to be an issue down the stretch. So we'll see how that affects the Larks down the stretch of the season, but as they try to make a run at a Jayhawk League title. Hayesville and Derby tied at 3. That's in the bottom of the 6th in Derby. And El Dorado in the bottom of the fourth on top of Oklahoma City, 6-0. So Larks pitcher Matt Fish getting some warm-ups here as we get set to start the 7th inning. You say Pharmacy is your contract provider in Hayes for durable medical equipment and supplies with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, catheters, diabetic endoscopy supplies, and more. So don't be persuaded by the mail order companies. Work locally with You Say Pharmacy at 2505 Canterbury. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Great Bend. Hunter Romero, Jordan Wilkerson, and Brooks Asher facing Matt Fish, who has thrown 66 pitches through 6 innings tonight. And the 67th to Hunter Romero, fouled back to the screen for strike 1. Hunter Romero 0 for 2. He's popped up to short right. That was the final out of the first, and then he flied to center his last time up. Fish bounces one in for a ball, 1-1. Matt Fish. 5 innings his previous long outing. That was at his last start. There's a ground ball. Diving stop by Boston from his knees. Throws him out at first. There's one away. Great stop by Boston. Then Alex Weiss had a stretch to grab it over at first and is able to make the play for out number 1. The ball was hit hard, but Boston, who proved last year to be a pretty decent third baseman, able to make the snag and send Romero back into the dugout. Now Jordan Wilkerson reached on a walk to lead off the second. Out on a fly ball to right his last time up. Swings and fouls the first one away, strike 1. Larks baseball tonight also brought to you by Bank of Hayes, discount siding and supply, as well as High Plains Farm Credit. 3-0 Larks. There's a well-struck ball, left field, Harp to the wall. He won't get it. It's over the fence and a home run. So Jordan Wilkerson with a line drive home run to left, breaking up the no-hitter with 1 out here in the 7th and putting Great Bend on the board. It's 3-1. Home run number 5, RBI number 16 for Jordan Wilkerson. And that was a laser. Wasn't hit that high, so you felt Harp may have had a chance to make a leaping catch at the wall. He tried, but he couldn't get the job done. It was over his glove. So a no-hitter through 6 1/3 tonight for Fish before giving up the home run. Now ball 1 to Brooks Asher, who's 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly out. Breaking ball stays inside, 2-0. So Fish, his long outing, as we said earlier, 5 innings at Oklahoma City when he got the win, threw 69 pitches in that game. Just threw his 74th pitch tonight. It misses for ball 3, 3-0. He's walked 2, has struck out 3, and now given up the 1 run on 1 hit. And the 3-0 pitch. There's a strike as Asher takes all the way, 3-1. Brooks Asher will be a sophomore at KU. He's out of Hastings, Nebraska. 3-1 pitch, grounded to third, backhanded by Boston behind the bag, throws him out, 2 away. So 2 nice defensive plays by the Larks third baseman Jacob Boston, and now Taylor Langston the batter. Langston 0 for 2. He has struck out looking both times, but we're going to have a pinch hitter instead. It'll be Bryce Baumwart will bat. So Bryce Baumwart will pinch hit for Langston here in the 7th inning. Baumwart out of Barton. He's an Emporian native. Playing in just his 5th game, 2 for 14 up there from the right side. So Langston, who went 0 for 2, his day is done. First pitch misses high for a ball. Second offering misses high as well, 2-0. Just now starting to warm up in the Larks bullpen. And the 2-0 pitch got him in on the fist. He fouls it back to the screen. 2 balls, 1 strike the count. Three runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Larks. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Great Bend. Swing and a miss by Baumwart. Now the count evens, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled it back to the screen. Count remains even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Baumwart played in 20 games for Barton this spring. Drove in 8. Actually started his career at Brown Mackey and then transferred to Barton. Here's the 2-2. Hits it in the air to center field. Keone Givens back a few steps, right there in his tracks to make the catch. And the inning is over, but Great Bend gets a run on the home run, their only hit of the night. It's stretch time at Larks Park. Hayes on top of Great Bend, 3-1.
Hi.
It's almost time for the 8th annual Fort Hays State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Smith-Bickle Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the Fort Hays State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now. Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Three-1 Larks as they come to bat at the bottom of the 7th inning. Andrew Repp, who's thrown 78 pitches through 6, still keeping his team in this after giving up 2 in the 5th and 1 in the 6th inning. Just past the bottom of the hour, so let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Hayes Larks Baseball. Jacob Boston will lead it off for the Larks. He doubled his last time up, 1 for 2 tonight. And the first offering fouled straight back to the screen, 0-1. Jacob Boston, his double sent runners to second and third with 1 out of the 5th, and then Trey Ochoa singled to left field, driving both runners in and putting the Larks on the board, 2-0. There's a line drive into center field for a base hit, so Jacob with a 2-hit night. So a single to center after the double in the 5th inning, and the Larks had their 7th hit of the ball game. Jacob Boston aboard for the 2nd time tonight, his 3rd 2-hit game. And Roger Ward coming out of the mound. I don't know if there may be an injury. He went and talked to the umpire before walking out to the mound, so this may be a visit about a potential injury. Rep was looking at his hand. Home plate umpire going out for the visit. In fact, both umpires and the entire infield is there, so they're chatting about something. Rep has pitched a good game. He's given up 7 hits. And it looks like we may have a pitching change. Potentially. Yeah, we are. So a pitching change for Great Bend. We'll tell you about it as Dawson Pomeroy will come over from third base and be the new pitcher. Call to the pen. We'll take a 60-second break. Larks on top of Great Bend, 3-1. This is Hayes Larks baseball.
You're not dreaming. Your favorite Food Network shows are now live streaming.
Can I watch them here?
Yes, my dear, with a simple tap on the Watch Food Network app.
Snap. Can I watch my favorite show?
You can watch your favorite show live streaming on the go.
Whoa! Can we watch it while we're baking?
On all your devices, whatever you're making, download the Watch Food Network app today.
Included in your Eagle Communications TV subscription. Visit www.eaglecom.net to learn more.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Bar and Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
And struck out 14, so a very good strikeout to walk ratio for Pomeroy, who last pitched on June 28th in Dodge City. It was a wild back and forth 16-12 Great Bend victory. He went 3 innings, gave up a couple of runs, 1 earned on 3 hits, and picked up the save, striking out 2 and walking none. His only loss came in Liberal and a 3-2 setback. And his first pitch to Trey Ochoa is a ball, 1-0. Ochoa, the big hit for tonight for the Larks tonight, is
today's Hayes Larks
1-out base hit, scored 2 in the 5th inning to put the Larks on the board, 2-0. Pitch missing low, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Ochoa. Pomeroy all-conference second team in the Jayhawk League, and there goes the runner, and now they've got him picked off. Throw goes to the second baseman, Barnes, who runs him back and misses the tag. Now throws it to the shortstop. They'll run him back again, and that time they get the tag. So Boston is caught stealing. 1-4-6. And there's 1 away. So he thought he would catch Pomeroy not paying attention and nearly got away with it. And then Pomeroy was able to turn and find him, and eventually gets him out. 2-0 the count. And there's a swing and a miss. Waves through a fastball. 2-1 to Ochoa. Struck out in the 3rd. 2-run single in the 5th. He's now driven in 11. No doubt Ochoa happy for that hit. 2 for 18 prior to that big 2-run base hit. Takes a ball, 3-1. Maybe that'll get him going. He was hitting it really well early this year. And he takes one inside for ball 4. So it's the first walk given up tonight by a Great Bend pitcher. And now 1 on, 1 out for Keone Givens, the center fielder, who laid down a successful sacrifice bunt his last time up, 0 for 2. Has flied and lined to center field. 3-1 Larks. They've out-hit Great Bend 7-1. Batting here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Breaking ball misses away. 1 ball, no strikes to Givens. He's driven in 5 this year. Still looking for his first extra base hit. 1-0 the count. Inside with a fastball, 2-0. Andrew Rep goes 6 innings, gives up 1 run on 7 hits, walked none, struck out 2, And now a pitch found back to the screen. 2-1 to Givens. $80 pitches thrown by Rep tonight, and right now he's the pitcher of record. There goes the runner, hit right back to the mound. Pomeroy's only play will be first base. So the runner was going. That avoided an inning-ending double play. Givens is out 1-3. Now a runner at second, but 2 outs for Jonathan Soberanis, who has one of the Larks' 7 hits tonight, an infield base hit. In fact, the first hit of the game for either team. Three to 1, the Larks on top. They've out-hit Great Bend 7-1. Here's the pitch, and it's inside for a ball. 1-0 to Soberanis. Lights are on, starting to slowly take effect. Had a few clouds roll in. Kind of got the sun back behind it earlier and helped cool it off a little bit. 97 at game time. There's a ground ball by the third baseman, Baumwart, and into left field. Around third is Ochoa. He will score. And now they've got Soberanis in a rundown. The throw is over the first baseman's head, and he'll be safe at first base. So an RBI single for Jonathan Soberanis, scoring Ochoa from second. Soberanis took a wide turn, expecting the throw to come home. Great Bend had a chance to get him for the final out, but the throw went over the head of Romero, and he's safe at first base. So Soberanis with his 11th RBI of the year. Now Colin Simpson, the batter. Colin, 2 for 3 tonight. Couple of base hits down the right field line. His last was a double, and he scored on the sac fly from Boone. Takes a strike 0-1. So the Larks now with 8 hits in the game and lead Great Bend 4-1. Here's the 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Larks got 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and after a home run from Jordan Wilkerson at the top of the 7th for Great Bend, Hayes gets it right back with a run here in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's a pitch outside for ball 2, 2-1. This game has slowed down a little bit. We were trucking through 4.5 in less than an hour. Still just an hour and 40 minutes into it. We're in the bottom of the 7th. There goes the runner. Pitch is a strike. Throw down to second base is not in time. Soberanis with his 2nd stolen base of the game. He now has 5 on the year, and he's at second base with 2 outs. The pitch was a strike, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes to Simpson. See if he can't get his 3rd hit of the ball game right here and drive in another run. Colin had a 5-hit game earlier this season against Derby. Here's the 2-2 pitch. He fouls it away right side. Count remains 2-2. One ball, 1 strike. Two outs. 2-2 the count to Simpson. Breaking ball stays up, and now it's a full count, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 offering, hit in the air. Left field, pretty well struck. Mitchell to the wall, and it's off the wall. Easily scoring from second base will be Soberanis. It'll be a double for Simpson, his 2nd of the game. And the Larks now lead it 5-1 on the 29th RBI from Colin Simpson. Just missed a home run. Mitchell got spun around trying to make the catch, and it just stayed in the ballpark as it went off the upper half of the wall. The Larks with 2 more in the inning lead it 5-1. And now Trevor Boone, the batter, he's 0 for 2. Drove in a run with a deep sacrifice fly to left his last time up. Out on a deep fly to left and a strikeout. Five to 1 Larks. They now have 9 hits in the game. They didn't get their first until the 4th inning. They have 9 over the last 4 frames. 3+ actually. Trying to add to the lead. They're up 5-1. Off speed pitch, fouled back into the screen. Strike 1 to Boone. 7 home runs. Among the tops in the Jayhawk League, tied for second. Boone looking for his first hit of the night. And a 1-hit game last night. That hit was a home run. May have broken a bat. That or he's just getting some more pine tar as he ran back over to the dugout. Larks on top 5-1. It was scoreless through 4.5 that Hayes got 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. Dodge with a run in the top of the 7th to make it 3-1, but now 2 here in the bottom of the 7th, and Hayes is up 5-1. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball in the turf and a good sliding stop by Brooks Asher. The catcher moving to his right to count 1-1. Andrew Rep went 6, 1 run, 7 hits, but Pomeroy has labored here in the bottom of the 7th inning for Great Bend. 1-1, the count to Boone with a runner at second and 2 outs. The pitch outside, ball 2, 2-1. Boston singled but was caught stealing. Pomeroy walked Ochoa. Got Givens to ground back to the mound. Ochoa was running, or that could have been a potential inning-ending double play, but because Ochoa was running, they only had a chance for 1. There's a ground ball off the diving glove of Bumward and into short left field. Here comes Simpson around third to throw to the plate. Not in time. It'll be an RBI single for Boone, and the Larks lead 6-1. That is 3 straight hits with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. That one off the glove of the third baseman, Bumward. And with 2 outs, Simpson was running, and he was able to beat the throw home. So the Larks have scored 3 and now lead at 6-1. And Clayton Harp, who is 0 for 3, will be the batter. A couple of ground outs and a fly ball to left his last time up. Takes low, ball 1. Larks on the road this weekend. They'll be in Hayesville against the Aviators, who have had a rough year. Swing and a miss. 1-1. They'll play Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Of course, Monday is an off day. Then they'll be at home next Tuesday on the 11th. That's our next broadcast. And we'll have both games of that doubleheader on Tuesday beginning at 5:45. There's ball 2 outside, 2-1. Then they travel to Dodge City for 2 next Wednesday. And then 1 week from tonight, the Larks back at home to wrap up that 4-game series. And we'll have that for you as well. Pitches inside. Now it's 3-1 to Harp. Then the Larks go to Liberal next weekend, the 14th, 15th, and 16th. The season quickly winding down. Of course, the NBC World Series starting a week earlier this year, so it is a compact season. And there's ball 4. So that's the second walk of the inning given up by Pomeroy. The Larks have 2 on but 2 out. And another visit to the mound by Roger Ward. Larks baseball tonight brought to you in part by the Meckenstock Group, Western Investments, and the dental office of Dr. Larry Good. That's going to do it for Pomeroy. Well, looks like that'll do it. Ward has yet to take the baseball away from him. The infield is gathered. They have not signaled to the bullpen as of yet. I'm not sure they're going to make a pitching change. They are not. They're going to stick with Pomeroy. Hey fans, USAE Pharmacy is your contract provider in Hayes for durable medical equipment and supplies with Blue Cross and Blue Shield, catheters, diabetic and ostomy supplies, and more. Don't be persuaded by the mail order companies. Work locally with USAE Pharmacy, 2505 Canterbury in Hayes. Six to one, Larks on top. There's a pop-up, foul territory, first base side. Romero chasing near the dugout, and he makes the catch, reaching over the railing in front of the dugout to end the inning. So a nice play there as Romero robs Alex Weiss, and the inning is over. But it's a good go-around for Hayes. They score 3. To the 8th we move. It's 6 to 1 in favor of the Larks.
You know the feeling, having no boundaries, being limitless, the feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts, the longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance, Brock Whitmore. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Brock Whitmore is there. Sternberg Museum, Discovery Under the Dome. Gutch's Bar and Grill, the freshest ingredients, wood-fired pizza, and a great atmosphere. Downing Nelson Oil, a proud sponsor of Hayes Larks baseball. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KEYS.
Six to 1, the Larks on top of the Dodge City, or excuse me, the Great Bend Batcats. The Larks will go to the bullpen. A good start for Fish tonight. We'll get you his numbers here momentarily as Ryan Katulek will come in and pitch for Hayes. Katulek in relief of Fish, who goes 7 innings, gives up 1 run on 1 hit. It was a home run. He walked 2. Struck out 3 and threw 82 pitches. So Katulek will now come in and pitch for the Larks. And he enters with a 5-run lead. Larks on top, 6 to 1 going to the 8th inning. So Katulek out of Abilene Christian just wrapped up his freshman campaign. He's a Shallow Water, Texas native. Katulek making his 10th appearance. He has an 0-1 record. And the first pitch is a strike to Brady Mitchell, 0-1. Mitchell 0 for 2, a ground out and a fly ball to center his last time up. The right-hander delivers upstairs with the fastball, 1-1. Mitchell, the ball hard, but was out to center field his last at-bat. Here's the 1-1. Fastball a little high, 2 balls and a strike. So a great line for Matt Fish. 1 run on 1 hit. It was the 1-out home run in the 7th. Walked 2, struck out 3, going 7 innings tonight. His longest outing of the year, and is in line to get his first victory of the season. There's ball 3 away, 3-1 now the count. That's Ryan Katulek. Now handed the reins in this one. Here's the 3-1 pitch. He jammed him. Chopper to short. Fielding it is Ochoa, and he'll throw it over in time. There's 1 away. So difficult pitch to handle. That may have been ball 4, but the hitter Mitchell went for it and grounds it to the shortstop for 1 away. Dawson Pomeroy, the pitcher, will be the batter now. Switch hitter batting from the left-handed side now with the right-handed pitcher. And the first pitch, fastball off the outside edge for ball one. Fish retired 14 consecutive at one point tonight. Now ball 2-2-0 for yielding a two-out walk to Peyton Barnes in the sixth, and then gave up the one-out home run in the seventh. That was it. Now outside for ball 3-3-0. So some control issues now for Katulik here in the eighth inning. Katulik last pitched on July 2nd. Sunday down in Derby. The Larks lost that game 10-2. There's a called strike, 3-1. Pitched an inning, 2 strikeouts, no runs, no hits. In fact, he has not given up a run in either of his last 2 outings. There's ball 4. So it's the second walk given up tonight by the Larks and the first by Katulik. 1 on, 1 out, and now Brandon Bacher the batter. 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts, 1 to center, the other to left. Katulik, 12 1/3 innings, 6 runs, 11 hits. He's walked 11 and struck out 10. 4.38 is ERA. Slider missing away. 1-0. So he's been behind in the last 2 hitters, the first 2 hitters he's faced. Larks up 6-1. They've out-hit Great Bend 10-1. Here's the 1-0. In there for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Larks. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error for Great Bend. They're batting at the top of the 8th inning. Here's the 1-1. Fastball hit to center field. Givens right there, barely had a move, makes the catch 2 away. Top of the order now, Peyton Barnes. He's 0 for 2, walked his last time up. Great Bend's only had 4 base runners tonight, 3 with a walk and 1 with a home run. Barnes flied to right to start the game and then flied out to center in the 3rd inning before walking with 2 outs in the 6th. There's a fastball lined out of play along the right side. Strike 1 to leadoff hitter Peyton Barnes. Barnes from Wayne State in Nebraska, Millard West product out of Omaha. Class A runner-up at Millard West in Nebraska in high school. He lines one just over the glove of the second baseman Soberanis, and it'll be a bloop single, just the second hit of the game for the Batcats. So a little blooper in the short right field puts runners at first and second for Corrigan Bartlett, who is 0 for 3. A ground out to third, a pop-up to third, and a fly ball to left his last time up for the final out of the 6th inning. Bartlett, a .391 average coming into the ballgame tonight. Other than the home run, really the only threat Great Bend's had all evening long. Fastball at the knees, a called strike, 0-1 to Bartlett. Interesting to see what they do for the 9th. If Katulik will come out. Downer Starks, their closer, kind of on a bit of an inning count. His college coach wanting him to slow it down, and Larks obviously wanting to save him for the NBC World Series. So you may see less of it. They're going to say he got hit by the pitch, just nipped the thigh of Bartlett, and so the bases are loaded. So the hit by pitch loads the bases for Hunter Romero. Now Great Bend's down 6-1, but given an opportunity with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. A 1-out walk, then a 2-out bloop single, and a hit by pitch has loaded the bases for Hunter Romero. 3 home runs and 15 RBI on the year for Romero. Takes a fastball in, 1-0. Romero 0 for 3 tonight. He's popped up to short right. flied to center and grounded to third. Romero from Covington, Louisiana, Spring Hill College. And he pops one up right side, but that'll be out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Romero. He was going to play for a team in Colorado this summer, but it folded. He was put on the list, sent to the Jayhawk League, and he was picked up by Great Bend along with Brennan Fontenot, his college teammate. He entered his collegiate season on a 12-game hit streak this spring. Here's the 1-1 pitch, grounds it to first. Weiss makes a nice stab. It's a foot race to the bag, and Alex will beat it. And Great Bend will leave the bases loaded. That ball took a funny hop. It may have even gone off the bag, but Alex Weiss, diving near the line, was able to make the snag and get the out and keep the Larks on top by 5. So Great Bend leads them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Hayes on top 6-1.
You know the feeling. Having no boundaries. Being limitless. The feeling of freedom. What if that feeling was in your home, right in your hands? For a limited time, get 30 meg for $30 or 50 meg for $50. Bundle your TV and save even more. Free from contracts. The longer you stay, the more you save. Now that's freedom with Eagle Communications. It's your internet, your way. Call 877-61-EAGLE today.
Today's Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by the Pheasant Run. Made from scratch breakfast and lunch 7 days a week. Hayes Convention and Visitors Bureau wishing the Hayes Larks the best of luck. Steel Fabrications, the Iron Men of Western Kansas. State Glass Company, plate glass, window glass, mirrors, furniture tops, glazing, contractors, and more. And by Eagle Communications, our community connected.
KEYS.
Ryan Patrick will be the new pitcher for Great Bend as Dawson Pomeroy goes an inning, gives up 3 hits and 5 runs. Pomeroy walked 2, struck out none, and threw 27 pitches in that 7th inning. So Ryan Patrick will now pitch. He's a 5'10", 175-pound right-hander out of the University of Sioux Falls, up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He's out of McKinleyville, California. Patrick making his 8th relief appearance. Has 1 save and a 9.52 ERA, 11 1/3 innings, 13 hits, 15 runs, 12 of them earned. He's walked 8 and struck out 9. And Patrick will face the bottom third. Nick Jones, Jacob Boston, and Trey Ochoa. Larks on top 6-1, batting at the bottom of the 8th, and the first pitch is high for ball 1. Great Bend had a chance, bases loaded, 2 outs, but Alex Weiss made a nice diving stop behind the bag at first to preserve the 5-run lead. There's a 1-hopper to the shortstop, Bacher, to throw to first in time, 1 away. Baumwart will stay at third, by the way, as Pomeroy will leave and Patrick into the game. They've been without the designated hitter for the rest of the contest when they made that pitching move. Jacob Boston up there now. He's 2 for 3. Doubled and scored in the 5th inning and then singled and was caught stealing in the 7th. Out of a fly ball to center his first time up. Takes a pitch away for a ball, 1-0. Patrick, making his 2nd appearance against the Larks, pitched in a 12-1 Hayes win way back on June 3rd. There's a high fly ball, short right field. Wilkerson with room. He'll wait for it to come down, makes the catch, and there's 2 away. Trey Ochoa up there now. Trey 1 for 2. Bit aboard twice, singled in 2 runs in the 5th inning, and then walked and scored in the 7th after striking out his first time up. Patrick went a 1/3 of an inning back in that game against the Larks on June 3rd. Gave up 4 runs on 4 hits with a walk. Pitch to the left-hander is outside, ball one. Switch hitter Ochoa batting left-handed with the right-handed pitcher. Patrick last pitched on Sunday in Hayesville, a 14-0 win as Ochoa fouls one away, 1-1. No runs in 3 innings of work. Picked up the save in that game because of the 3-inning outing. A 3-inning save, even though it wasn't your traditional save opportunity, but he pitched the final 3 to get the save. This is away for a ball. 2-1. Walked a batter, struck out a batter, gave up a hit. He's had 2 3-inning outings this year. Now a breaking ball misses inside, and the count is 3-1. Ray Bend has lost 6 of his 8 outings this season. And there's a breaking ball that drops in for a strike. And the count now 3-2. And there's ball 4. So the third walk given up to the Larks tonight. And that'll bring out the top of the order in Keone Givens. Givens 0 for 3, had a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. He has flied to center, lined to center, and grounded back to the pitcher. El Dorado on top of Oklahoma City, 9-2. That's in the bottom of the 7th. There goes the runner, and the throw to second base is not in time. A stolen base for Ochoa, his 6th of the year. That's the 4th steal for the Larks tonight. So they've been running when they've had opportunities. 6-1 Larks. They've out-hit Great Bend 10-2. There's a called strike with a breaking ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Keone Givens. Jonathan Silveranis waiting on deck. Hayes on top, 6-1, batting in the 8th. Breaking ball, waved at and missed, and the count now 1-2 to Givens. And a little chopper to the second baseman, had to make a leap to get it. Throws over to first in time for the out. And the Larks retired in the 8th inning. We move to the top of the 9th. Larks 3 outs away from the victory. They lead it 6-1.
Today's Hayes Larks broadcast is brought to you in part by Bacon Ryan Appraising Services, certified to provide appraisals for your next transaction. Paul's Lawn and Tree Service, all of your residential and commercial lawn maintenance needs. Pulis Lock and Key, all of your key needs, including sales and service on safes. The Almond Company, fast, friendly service you can trust along with free estimates. And Eagle Communications, our community connected.
Go Larks!
KAYS.
Six to 1, the Larks on top as we go to the top of the 9th inning. Ryan Katulik will try to close it out for Hayes. Needed 20 pitches in the 8th inning, but worked around a walk and a single and a hit batter on a nice defensive play by Alex Weiss to preserve the 5-run lead. Larks baseball brought to you by Kevin Shoemaker Construction. Big or small, your project is important to Kevin Shoemaker Construction. And because it's important to you, it's not about counting the number of jobs, it's about counting the jobs done right at Kevin Shoemaker Construction. There's the first pitch, popped up, first base side. Weiss giving chase near the Great Bend dugout. Now it'll be the catcher, Jones, but he runs out of real estate. It's a foul ball, strike 1. You say Pharmacy is your contract provider in Hayes for durable medical supplies and equipment with Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Catheters, diabetic and ostomy supplies, and more. Don't be persuaded by the mail order companies. Work locally with USAE Pharmacy at 2505 Canterbury. 6-1, Larks on top of the Batcats. They've out-hit them 10-2. Great Bend got a one-out home run from Jordan Wilkerson in the 7th. And a two-out bloop single by Peyton Barnes last inning. That's been it. There's a liner foul out of play right side. And the count now 0-2. Matt Fish was 2 outs away from a victory. Went 7 tonight. Gave up just the 1 run on 1 hit. Walked 2, struck out 3. Well, he gave the Larks a solid start tonight. Here's the 0-2 pitch. This one down to the turf. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One and two the count. Here's Katulik from the windup. Fastball a little bit wild and misses up and away. 2-2 now. Brooks Asher and Bryce Baumwart due up this half inning. Baumwart playing at third. They may pinch hit for him. We'll see. Katulik trying to close it out here in the top of the 9th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fly ball to right field. Boone started back, now in a few steps. He'll make the catch, and there's one away. Brooks Asher scheduled to bat. We're going to have a pinch hitter for Great Bend. So the Batcats will bring Brendan Fontenot into the ball game. Fontenot out of Spring Hill College, out of Greenwell Springs, Louisiana. And the first pitch missing for ball 1 to Fontenot. Fontenot lines one off the glove of Boston and into left field. So just the 3rd hit of the night for Great Bend. It's a 1-out single here in the 9th inning. That ball was smoked, and Boston tried to reach over and make the play, but couldn't do it. So 1 on with 1 out. And another pinch hitter for Great Bend. I think that's Bonar up there now. Nope, Austin Pritchard will be the batter. And he grounds one into right field. So back-to-back base hits, and Great Bend still in business here in the top of the 9th inning. So Pritchard singles. And another pinch hitter. And Mateo Zonica will be the batter here. But 2 on and 1 out. Batcats loaded the bases in the 8th inning, but a nice defensive play by the first baseman. Alex Weiss kept him off the board, but now back-to-back hits. They've got 2 on and 1 out in a 6-1 Larks lead. Zonica up there from the left side. Pitches away for a ball, 1-0. Zonica playing in his 29th game, hitting .284, 27 for 95. 1 for 3 last night, 1 for 8 in the series. He does lead the Jayhawk League with 28 strikeouts. And Katulik would love one right here. Just away with a fastball, 2-0. Six to 1 Hayes, but a little bit of uneasiness now as Great Bend has 2 on and only 1 out of the 9th. The 2-0 pitch, missing away, ball 3, 3-0, and a walk would load the bases. They begin to scurry down to the Larks bullpen. So the last 2 pinch hitters have all singled, and now Zonica is up there from the left side. 3-0 the count. There's a fastball strike, 3-1. Good velocity from Katulik, but he struggled with command here. Really, the last couple of innings, he loaded them in the 8th inning, but got out of it unscathed. 3-1 the count. The pitch. Another nice fastball catching the outer edge, and he's battled back for a full count of 3-2. Wilkerson flied to right to start the inning, but then Fontenot, the pinch hitter, singled to left. And then Pritchard, the pinch hitter, singled to right. They're there with one out. 3-2 the count to Zuniga. The pitch from Katulak fouls it away. We'll do it again at 3-2. Brandon Bacher looks to be on deck. He would hit in the Pomeroy spot. Pomeroy left the game in the 8th inning on a pitching change. Now time called. Great Bend brought Pomeroy into pitch from third, and their designated hitter went to third, so they're playing without the designated hitter the last couple of innings. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Zuniga with 2 on and 1 out here in the 9th. Here's the 3-2. Grounded foul down the right side. We'll do it again, 3-2. Zuniga, be a sophomore at KU from Palos Park, Illinois. Made 3 starts, played in 14 games for KU, hit .222. Several Jayhawks on this Great Bend squad. Here's the 3-2 pitch. He got him looking. Got him with a slider. That is the 4th Larks strikeout tonight. 3 of them have been looking, and that's a big one. We mentioned Zuniga leading the Jayhawk League. That was his 29th strikeout this year. And now 2 on with 2 outs. And now Austin Pritchard will bat. I think that's Brett Bonar, the runner with number 16. There's a chopper. Weiss Fields flips it over to the pitcher covering, and the inning is over, and the game is over. The Larks get the victory. They take 3 out of 4 in the series and win the season series over Great Bend, 5-1. It got interesting in the final couple of innings, but the Larks get the victory tonight, 6-1 over Great Bend, as they continue their assault on Liberal in the Jayhawk League as they improve to 20-8 in league play. 6-1 your final. Stay with us. Our post-game show is next. This is Hayes Larks Baseball.
It's almost time for the 8th annual 4-Day State University Tiger Auction and Dinner. This year's event will be on Saturday, August 26th at the Schmidt-Bickel Indoor Training Facility. Don't wait. Tickets will be gone before you know it. This year's auction includes a fantastic dinner with all of your FHSU friends, a silent and live auction, and a chance to win cash. Proceeds help the 4-Day State Athletic Department. Sponsored by Eagle Communications. For tickets and more information, go to tigerauction.org. The Tiger Auction and Dinner, Saturday, August 26th. Get your tickets now.
The Ducks are back. The 2nd annual Hayes Duck Derby, presented by Eagle Communications and benefiting Big Brothers Big Sisters, is Wednesday, August 2nd from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the Hayes Aquatic Park. Adopt a duck and you could win the grand prize, which is a car. Sponsored by James Motor Company, Hayes Chevrolet, Lewis Automotive Group, Auto World, Car Zone, Mid Kansas Auto Auction, and Happy's Autos. Visit HayesDuckDerby.net for more information. The Ducks are coming.